I got these things. I saw this in the daylight. Got a pretty good dent in it right there. Another one right there. I've got this all pretty much sanded with 80 grit. So looks pretty good, but I do need to put some more Bondo on that back part. That's what I'll do. Well, I hit this with some more Bondo. Looks pretty good. I still got a lot of sand in here on this top part. I just did it till my arms got tired. This door turned out pretty good. Pretty much got this all done. I tried a little right here, just trying to see if I could fill sand marks. These are all 80 grit scratches, so I'll try to do this with a 180 or something. But I think I've got the majority of my low places gone here. This one was pretty big. This one here had a kind of a dent. I can see a few more places in here. Unfortunately, I didn't catch the sun this morning. Had some other stuff to do. But I'll let this dry and try to sand it best I can and just move on the rest of it. I started cleaning on this with a wire brush and paint stripper, and it's taken a long time to get this all out. I don't know what I'm going to do about all that stuff in the bottom there. Now there must be some kind of way of getting in there. I've got these big long wiper arms that has to go in it somehow, but obviously this panel can't come apart. Probably come up from the bottom. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that too much, but I'm going to have to get this all clean down there in the bottom somehow. I may not have to sand it perfectly well, but I can't have a lot of dirt and stuff because it'll really make the paint look bad. Well, that's a project for another day. Meanwhile, I'll try to sand what I can on this part back here in the back where I didn't get the paint scraped off real good. We'll give it a whack with 80 grit and see what happens. Well, there it is. Bondo finished and primered again. I went over the other places. This fender's starting to look real good. But looking down at here, I can see that this body line right in this area is not quite straight. And I have some little stuff there. But basically this side is starting to look really good. I mean, I'll probably look at it once more in the morning. And looks like I can see just a little curve right there in that edge. Work on that a hair more. You have to be at the right angle to see what's wrong with it, and this camera's really not picking it up too well. Anyway, is this side kind of ready for light again? Well, here we are, end of the day. I washed this thing finally, scraped some of the paint off the windows, but looks good all the way around here. Body lines are straight. I see a little bit of stuff wrong with it, but it looks real flat. The gaps in the hood are acceptable at this point. This side real good. So actually starting to be a nice looking car. Got a long ways to go with the interior and stuff, but everything's good. This back end is just about as straight as you can possibly get it. Everything looks good. Gaps are all right. Bumper's good. So I'm about done. A few more days of little work, then I can start clean up that motor and interior. But I'm real pleased with this. I've been working on it at least a month, just trying to get all the metal work done. But I'm pretty much done and just glazing putty and get it ready for paint now. Well, we're moving along on the AMX. This is primed good. I've sanded it with 80 grit. I found a few low spots, and I'm just going through here and taking out all of the 40 grit scratches and stuff. It's coming along good. Body lines are real straight. Got a few little tiny things in it. I had a little right in here on the hood. I cleaned up this where the hood had kinked it. Patched some little holes. This side's pretty good. I had to work on this window. I've got a little bit more down in here in the bottom. I put some more Bondo in, but basically it's real straight. And I'm going to move on to my next project here, and that is this hood and stainless steel piece. It's got some pins or bolts in it, I'm not sure which, but I got to take that off and straighten this piece of stainless out. And but I can tell that there's a dent in the hood right there, and I know I got a little rust up and underneath it. So that's what I'm going to do, is pull this hood lip off of here and get it straightened out. Well, that was a little trouble, but I was able to get a 3/8 socket on these little bolts. A couple of them broke. You know, these little pins. This is pretty crunched up in a couple of places, and the hood is not extremely bad, but I need to clean it up here. And it's got some bends and stuff in it. I had to bend it out a little to get these bolts out of here, to get a socket on it, but it's not really rusted up too bad. Some rust. Anyway, I'm gonna clean this up with some 80 grit, see what I got, and then try to straighten it. Well, I cleaned it up with a paint stripper. Got quite a few Bondo tracks and some dents. There's a couple good ones here. There was some right in here, and it looks like a little on this corner, but it looks like it was hit 2 or 3 places. One right here in the front. This is a pretty bad one, and a good one in here. So I'm going to take my little hammer and dollies and see if I can sort that out. Well, I'm not going to see this, but first thing we're going to try to do is get this one out of here. I'm going to try to get in there with a ball peen hammer. I really don't have a pick hammer. Yeah, this looks like it might work. Not as good as I would like. But I am getting my hand. Sort of coming out. Got it too high here right now. Around the outside. I just can't seem to hit it right there in the low spot. Yeah, that's pretty good. I got it way too high now. But I need to bring this piece here out. I don't think my hammer is big enough to, small enough to do that. So what I'm going to do is get me a small piece of metal. It'll fit back here behind this, and open it up all the way where I can get to it and hit it that way. Well, the problem is here is this is double lip on the metal, and I can't really hit it too good, so I'm going to try to heat this up real good. Maybe that'll make it a little easier to knock out. Well, hopefully it got you in the frame. Right here's where I'm at. Looks like it. Like I said, this is double thickness of metal. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get both of them, but I'm gonna heat it from both sides. Now I'm getting the top edge fairly straight. Guess I can just continue to work on that. Yeah, that's starting to. Yeah, it's still in. 1/8 of an inch. Pretty good up here on top. Not so good here. I don't know if I had to cut that out and try to fix it. I think I make myself a lot more work for not much more result. It's got a squash right here in this edge, and I really can't get anything I need to have a dolly or something here on the outside, but yeah, I'm moving the inside one. It's not enough to get to this one. I might be able just to cut this here if it's not butt welded, plug welded right here, and I could probably bend that out and then weld it up. I'll take a look and see what I can do there. Well, I did quite a bit of hammer and pounding. I don't know if you can see that, but kind of straight. The other side's good, but I basically got this flat across here. Like I said, it's 2 pieces of steel, so not having much luck straightening it. It's still kinked in right there. Still haven't made up my mind whether I want to bondo it or weld it. I'll work on it some more with hammers for a little while and see. I just decided to open it up because you can feel it, and the dent's going all the way back to here. If you look down at it, you can see. Can't get this out. Can't do anything with this because there's a back panel. So I think if I open it right here, I'll be able to get something in there and pop the rest of this dent out. And then try this one and then weld it, because I'll have to fill it with Bondo all the way up to here where it was before, and I really don't want to do that. So we'll just open it up. I don't know if this is going to show you where I'm at or not. Right here. Yeah, you'll be able to see it. Put your earplugs on. Give me a comment. How would you do it? I guess it helps if I plug something in. Huh, okay. Get my extension cord working. Alright, take 2. cut right through both pieces. Now, good, we're going to be able to do this. Looks like it's coming out all right. Yeah, it took the stress off of it. This, if it's too low, I can fill that straight piece, but I really don't want to do that up in here. So now I have to get something that's kind of skinny that'll get up in there. I think this pry bar is probably about as thin as something I got. Actually, you know that it came almost all the way out. Just cutting it and taking the stress off of it, let it pop out. Maybe I can pound it up a little with a screwdriver. Oh yeah, that's much better. Got it a little too high. Looks like I got some dent right here still. Yeah, that's much better. Looking good. Now I get my, should have cut a little bigger hole, I guess. If I can get my spatula in there, I can flatten this. Straightened it pretty good. Be careful when you cut stuff like that, because you leave real sharp edges. Putting a straight edge across it here. That's real good shape. Just a little high. Yeah, that looks good. Just a little high here and there. Much better than it was. Now I'm getting lows. And this is in probably 1/8 of an inch. So I can probably hammer it out now that it's cut all the way through. Get my ball peen and see if I can do that. Now, even with it cut all the way through, it's not wanting to come out. And if I try to pry it from here, I'll probably bend the piece that I just got through fixing. Oh, that's coming out. Yeah, it's coming out all right. As I'm pressing it. I'm not prying down on this as much as I'm, yeah. That's pretty straight. Yeah, I've got nearly all of this bend out of the front one. Good. Yeah. Get you to see here. I've got it out fairly straight. The straight edge is good, and my curve here is good. So now I just fire up the welder and I'll try to weld this hole shut. I'll probably have to go from the back and fill it as well. But the thing is, I got it all straight across here, or a lot straighter than it was. And once I weld it and grind it off, you'll never know that that was there. Run that low to get some of the air through it. Rack it up a little more. Tired of doing this by hand. Just filling right behind each one I did. Getting a lot of weld on it. But it's filling the hole. side. Almost got it. Go right on top. Should have filled that up. Now there's my weld. Not the best in the world, but we'll grind her down and see what it looks like. Alright, there it is. Looks pretty straight. You can cool it off. It's kind of hot right now. Yeah, this looks pretty decent. Feel some little dents in it, but it all feels pretty much low. This is straight. Put a straight edge on it here. Yeah, it's real nice. So this is all good. Didn't have any more holes in my welds or anything. So now I just have to rough it up good. Put some Bondo on it. I think we'll be good to go. I think I'll weld this. Hopefully we're even seeing where I was doing. I'm going to weld this back hole up here before I start Bondoing it, because if I Bondo it and then weld it, it'll just all fall out. It looks like there's a hump right here, but when I feel across the whole car, I don't really feel any hump. Couple little splatters. Yeah, that's good. Way better than it was. Got a little bit of a bow in it right there. On a short-term basis, it's pretty straight. But anyway, that's I have to bend the whole fender, the bumper hood, but it looks pretty good. I'm glad I welded it, because now I just have to have a little thin skin of Bondo and not a quarter of an inch of that stuff, so it'll look fine. Oh, I didn't hardly take any Bondo. 2 or 3 spoons, and I just went over everything here. We'll just let that harden up, and I can sand it off. Pretty much did all the metal work. Neighbors dragging wood around trying to build a shed. But it looks pretty good. A little sanding and tweaking. I think it's pretty straight. and I decided I would just Bondo the back of this thing rather than trying to weld up in there. I can get it much better with Bondo and smooth it out. It's going to be really tough to try to grind it, but with Bondo I can fix it good. Corner looks real nice. This little dent here come out. Anyway, good enough for now.